It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. McCaffrey on the counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On play action, Lawrence. Flush to his right. He's taken down back in his own 7. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Lance now on 1st down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now the Iowa State product. It's Kene Nwangu. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for the Niners. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It will be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Not an easy spot here. We'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The 49ers are going to turn over the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Got his man, it's Williams. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, blue. Check, man. Opposite. Three. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down.
Brings up 4th down.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 3-3.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
For almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record, and only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A big play there for the Niners. 67 yards. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
When you said jumbled, they were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
He'll buy some time right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now Brown. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd down, here's DeWanger.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now a play fake. Lance.
Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down the number before getting this inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Lance again here on 2nd and 10.
He's got it to Williams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lance. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Lawrence Cager. A 15-yard touchdown grab. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And he gets it expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It will come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Not the best of plays here as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Off of play action, here's Lance. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
He's going deep for Brown. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, as the 1st half is winding down. And the Vikings continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this 1st half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. From the end zone, here comes Williams. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Lance on third down. And that's dropped underneath to Nwangu. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We're up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On play action, Lance. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football, and this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Another run now for Nwangu.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that payoff in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Lawrence will throw.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Daniil Hunter able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We're to the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. With it is Brown. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
He's going deep for Brown. This is intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Out to his left.
Coming across the formation and making the catch is Chark.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now a give running left is Nwangu.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up third down, they'll have to throw it anyway. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll run for it. It's Nwangu.
And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Niners on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Come on, set.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
Lance going to throw.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Lance. Being chased out left. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Lewis Seed.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Caught left side. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Past the 20.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Oh, the Jets sweep to start the drive. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Niners are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
2nd and 2.
Lance looking to throw it. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. On play action, Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
Certainly. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it at the 10. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter.
A gain of 3, second down.
And the Vikings will continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.